Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Well, you could be if you gave us a call, or give us a call at 434-394-0924. That's the number, but we're going to ask that you hold off on your calls for a little bit because we do have a special guest in our Francis E. Wood studio, and that is Derek Stamey. He is, of course, with the Cumberland County Supervisors. He is the supervisor there. And Derek, we bid you a good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
That's great.
What a beautiful morning. I mean, every time I come here, I was just telling your colleague, it's the weather has been beautiful, and today is no exception. So it's just unbelievable outside today.
Yeah, it's 56 degrees. I mean,
yeah, you got to love that transition to fall. Yep, absolutely.
It's amazing. Well, it'll get warm up as we get into the weekend, but still, let's enjoy it while we can.
There's hope.
That low humidity. Well, I was talking with you about Cumberland, York County, and you're very busy there.
Absolutely. We've been very busy, and we're going to continue to be busy over the coming months. We just had our board meeting, I'd say it's a couple of weeks ago, and the board took some proactive measures to maintain transparency and engagement with our community. They amended their bylaws at the beginning of the meeting to actually increase transparency with our community. They actually changed the bylaws at the beginning of the year and decided to go ahead and amend them again to show that commitment to the citizens that they are engaged and that they are open and listening and wanting to engage citizens on things other than just public comment. So in a very proactive step to do that, they've actually expanded public comment to include any item on the agenda. So we are committed to transparency, and we're going to continue to work towards increasing transparency and being engaged with our public. So
absolutely, communication is the secret.
Absolutely, 100%
success.
They also reviewed and considered an updated energy policy for the county. You know, solar is a hot topic in all of the localities here in Central Virginia. No different here in Cumberland. And the board decided to direct staff back in February 13th of 2024 at their board meeting. They directed staff to review our solar ordinance and our solar policies. And we actually developed an energy policy that was actually more encompassing to include battery storage and wind energy generation as well. And as part of that, they issued a stay on solar. So we haven't had any review of solar projects. Anything that's come through our planning and zoning office has been what we call put in the hopper and put on hold until the board considered this change in its policy and its approach. So they successfully considered that. Staff went to work, and it was adopted, the policy as it stands at the last meeting. So we've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, a lot of work that isn't seen by the public, but is very important work nonetheless. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. What else is going on?
Well, we're plugging away at public safety. We've got a radio system project that I've been talking about in previous shows. We are working very hot and heavy with the state police right now to finalize our radio system components. We're looking at options for towers. We're looking at options on how we outfit our vehicles, the timing of that. We're looking at about a 6 to 8 month process now. We are in the stages now of laying out our standard operating procedures as it relates to our radio system, ordering the components, and also working with our dispatch center and our sheriff's office, who has been fabulous to work with on our emergency medical dispatch. So the ball is moving down the field. We wish we could move it faster, but at times we're working with other agencies, and we can't go as fast as we want to. But I can tell you the Virginia State Police has been fantastic to work with. They're a great partner. They have our best interests at heart. They want to see this program be successful, and really, it's going to be the first, one of the first couple of its type in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So we're excited about being one of the first to do it, and I want to ensure that we do it successfully, and they do too.
Right.
And it comes at a significant savings to the taxpayer. I mean, this project could cost up to $7 to $8 million if we were to do it on our own. We'd have to hire project managers. We would have to build towers for ourselves and maintain those. But by partnering with the state police, we're going to save anywhere from $5 to $6 million for the taxpayer. So it's a win-win for everybody. I'm very excited about it. Yes.
Cumberland schools are in now, aren't they?
Yes, they actually started about a week and a half ago. And, of course, they went to school for a day, and then we had the tropical storm roll through. And of course, we had to deal with the anticipated effects of that storm. It didn't quite pan out, as Mother Nature rarely does, the way that we thought it would. But nevertheless, Superintendent Dr. Jones worked through that, and we worked through it on the county side as well to ensure that our residents were safe and that utilities and our infrastructure, whether it was Dominion or VDOT, we were working with our local partners to ensure everybody's safety. And luckily, we were able to avoid a lot of the issues that our neighbors, such as Prince Edward and Buckingham, experienced there in Cumberland. So,
well, that's good. You dodged the bullet.
Absolutely. But like you said, schools are back in. Our schools are top notch, and I'm excited to see what the school year brings.
That's great. What about the roads and all with VDOT? How are things going with that? Any improvements or?
Well, with VDOT, we did approve the secondary 6-year plan. The board did. They considered that back in the spring and adopted that plan in June. So we work with VDOT very closely as it relates to our secondary 6-year plan, but also in general maintenance. So as far as road improvements, they have a regular maintenance schedule that they share at our monthly board meetings. And right now, it's just general maintenance. It's identifying and addressing the secondary 6-year plan and the roads they have earmarked for the current fiscal year. But there's construction going on. There's a roundabout in Cartersville. It's kind of a controversial topic to some in the community, but that work is underway, and we're working with VDOT to ensure that project ultimately meets its goal of improving safety.
I had a question I wanted to ask you. It went right out of my head. Let's see, what was it? As far as the 6-year plan, you're talking about a secondary 6-year plan and all. Kind of explain that to us.
Sure. So the secondary 6-year plan it's part of VDOT's rural rustic program for secondary roads, and the way it works is there is a pot of money that's set aside by VDOT annually over a 6-year period, and the board reviews roads that are eligible to be a part of that plan. So there are requirements such as traffic counts, speed limits, things of that nature, and the roads have to qualify. And from there, VDOT presents the plan as part of, okay, what's already been approved by the board, what monies have been allocated. Every year, costs change. So there may be extra money, there may be less money. I know a couple years back, they had already spent most of the money, so projects had to be pushed. That being said, the board reviews and listens to the public. And here's another good thing about our board. They value that interaction and engagement with the public. It doesn't require a public hearing, but we do a public hearing anyway because we want the input from our residents as to what roads need to be addressed. I mean, we've gotten in the car and gone out and looked at roads ourselves, the board members, myself, and VDOT and VDOT officials. Board comes back and they review, based upon the amount of money they have, what roads are prioritized.
Right.
That's how that works. And then from there, we have the public hearing, and the board ultimately adopts what roads are going to be addressed in the future. So, and that information is readily available. If residents are interested, they can contact the office. I'll be glad to email them or meet with them and show them what roads have been approved.
Good. Well, as far as your staff is concerned, have you added any new members, or it's still the same,
Our staffing component is about the same as it was in previous years. We did add a new staff member to our community development office, and that was a recent addition. And that was due to an individual that left for an opportunity in another locality. But staffing-wise, our component's the same, but I can tell you our staff is second to none. I'd put them up against anybody. Everybody who works in Cumberland loves the county. They value the county, and they put forth 110% every day, and I'm extremely proud of them. I mean, we've got some of the most knowledgeable people, whether it's finance, building and grounds, planning and zoning. Not only are they smart, they're dedicated.
Right.
And I couldn't say enough about our staff.
Let's see. You've got State Park Bear Creek Lake.
Well, we have Bear Creek Lake.
And don't you have another one?
We have the state forest, and we have a portion of the High Bridge Trail. So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, portion of the High Bridge Trail does run through Cumberland, and one of the trailheads is actually in Cumberland as well.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess it is because it's right across the river.
Correct, right off River Road.
Yeah.
So I think we're pretty unique. And I got to say this about, I'm going to shift gears on you, but that's a great question.
Sure.
Cumberland is really what I call Central Virginia's unknown playground. I mean, we're in the middle of creating our tourism package through our new business task force that really champions what Cumberland brings to the table for anybody who's looking for a day trip. If you look at, I mentioned the state parks. We also have river access on the Appomattox. We also have James River access on the north end of the county. The county is filled with history. It's filled with unbelievable experiences. We have 3 parks of our own that we've developed over the last couple of years. We have agritourism, agribusinesses that are popping up. We've got one right off of 45 and 60 that's preparing to open. That's Spruceberry Farm. It's a tree farm slash. It's going to be a brewery, and they're going to be able to host all kinds of events and activities for families and people to come out and enjoy in Cumberland. So,
that sounds great.
Discover your independence, discover Cumberland County. That's the tagline, and I'm going to champion it and bang the drum as much as possible because the county has so much to offer from a recreational and experience standpoint. We want people to come out and enjoy the county and see what we have to offer.
Well, that's fantastic. Anything else that you want to add as far as what the Board of Supervisors has done, or what plans you have in the future?
No, the board is just. I just want to reiterate their commitment to engaging the community, their commitment to public safety, their commitment to our public education system. They are ultimately committed to that. They're doing a great job. That's their focus. And I'm very proud to be working for them, and I'm honored that they allow me to serve them in this capacity. It's really amazing to see what we've done over the past few years and where we're headed, because I think we've got an upward trajectory, and we've just got to keep the momentum. And I think the sky's the limit for the county, and I'm just so happy to be here. So
well, that's great, and they're fortunate to have you.
I appreciate that.
I can see your enthusiasm.
And I can tell you one other thing, another thing I want to throw out there for our community. We are partnering with the schools on a 9/11 service. It'll be on September 11th at 9 a.m. at the football field at the high school complex. And the public is invited to that. And this is a partnership between the county and the schools. We started this a couple of years ago. We used to do it at the courthouse, but we wanted to get our students more involved. Because I don't know about you, but it just seems like I know my oldest daughter, who's 18, was born 5 years after 9/11, and it seems to me that we need to maintain that knowledge and that connection between generations of what happened that day. And this is an effort to do that, and this is an effort to honor those that sacrificed their lives on 9/11, who lost their lives on 9/11. And I invite the community to come out and to help us recognize those.
How do you feel about the county as far as post-COVID? As far as progressing and, coming back out to pre-COVID standards.
I wasn't here prior to COVID, so I couldn't provide any type of reference point to it. But it seems to me like the county has recovered and is moving along just fine post-COVID. I don't see any lingering side effects related to that. So I know I was in a meeting yesterday, and the health department did bring up that they are seeing some variants across in Europe and Africa and things of that nature from a COVID perspective. But it's not at the level that it was a couple of years ago by any measure. But it's something that we're going to have to be vigilant about and follow and monitor and work with our health department officials, and try to keep our folks safe, happy, and healthy.
As far as the economy and the schools and all, you feel like that they're kind of catching up?
I believe so. Yeah, and when you look at the trends, and when you look at, I look at one of the things I focus on from an economy standpoint. You look at our building permits. The housing market is just it's just off the rails right now. I mean, houses are expensive. Houses are being built. The number of permits continues to stay high for Cumberland County. It's a conversation that I have weekly with our building officials. How many permits have you got? and it's not slowing down. It just isn't slowing down. It's been on an upward trajectory for years, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. I mean, Cumberland's a great place to live. I think that's more of a reflection of the county and the fact that people want to live there, and that's a good thing. But it also brings impacts to public safety and public services as well. But I see the economy kind of staying fairly strong.
Well, good. Okay. Well, those are my questions, and if I think we've got some news and weather, or not news, birthdays and the birthday calendar coming up. But if there's something that you guys out there, listeners, want to ask Derek, you certainly can about the county and about Cumberland County. And the number is 434-394-0924. And we will, of course, keep him right here in the studio if you do have some questions for Derek. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to have our history lesson. And that's going to be coming up. And what happened on this date in history. Our featured event is 1911. On this date in 1911, Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa was stolen from the Louvre by 3 Italian handymen, and it was not recovered until 1943, and the media sensation helped make it one of the world's most famous paintings. Mona Lisa stolen on this date. Let's see. We'll go to more events on this date. 2017, for the first time in nearly 40 years, the continental United States experienced a total solar eclipse, which was viewed from Oregon to South Carolina. That's pretty fantastic. Also in 1991, Latvia declared its independence from the Soviet Union. And in 1987, the romantic drama Dirty Dancing, one of my favorites, with Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey, was released in American theaters, and it became a huge and enduring hit. I think it was more of a cult thing rather than anything else. Can't believe that was in 1997. All right. Well, what we're going to do is since we don't have any calls coming in for Derek, we will let you go.
Okay, I appreciate that. Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
Tomorrow is my wife's birthday.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to take the opportunity to say happy birthday to my wife.
Well, what is your wife's name?
Melissa Stamey.
Melissa.
She's had the unfortunate pleasure of being married to me for over 20 years, and I just wanted to say happy birthday to her for tomorrow. And also, we drop our daughter off at college tomorrow, so it's going to be
it's going to be a traumatic day.
I've already got the boxes of tissue set up in the car. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, so. I know. I've been through that. But anyway, we'll put Melissa's name on the birthday calendar for tomorrow.
I appreciate that.
22nd.
Thank you so much.
And you're
I'm
very
not going to tell you how old
Derek.
she is.
No, I wasn't even going to ask you. So
she looks great, though.
I bet she does. Anyway, congratulations and good luck to your daughter. Where is she going?
She's going to UVA, so we're dropping her off tomorrow around lunchtime, and Dad's going to be a basket case, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to it. She's done great for herself, and
for her to have been accepted at UVA, she's worked hard.
Yeah, in spite of her parents, she's been very successful. So,
okay, all right. Well, thank you so much, and good luck.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, we'll talk to you next month.
You have a great day.
All right, you too. All right, once again, Derek Stamey with the Cumberland County Supervisor, the Supervisor Board there, and we certainly enjoyed having him here telling us about what's going on in the county of Cumberland these days. Sounds like everything's progressing well. Well, let's see. We'll continue with our history lesson here. We'll go to 1959, when Hawaii became the 50th U.S. state. In 1942, the animated film Bambi had its theatrical release in the United States, and it became a classic in the Disney canon, noted for its lush, hand-drawn animation and sensitive, effective narrative. I went to see it once in the movie theater. It traumatized me so that I never really wanted to see it again. Oh, dear. We won't go into that. 1858, the famous debates in Illinois between Abraham Lincoln, Republican Party nominee for the U.S. Senate, and the incumbent Senator Stephen A. Douglas of the Democratic Party began. So this has been going on for a long time, folks. You know, these conventions and things like that, and the debates. 1831. Nat Turner began an unsuccessful slave rebellion in the American South that eventually killed 60 people before being stopped by a 3,000-man militia. And one more. 1808, British General Arthur Wellesley used his thin red line of infantry to defeat French General Anduche Junot's forces in the Battle of Valmiero, leading the British to control the country of Portugal. So there we have it. That's our history lesson for today. And we're just about at 8:30, so let's get to the business at hand for that. And we've got our weather forecast coming up. And let's see here. It's brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. I invite you to call or come by and see me about your loan needs. Whether it's time to purchase investment property, build your dream house, expand your business, or purchase timberland or farmland, you will find old school personal assistance with attention to detail. Stop by our office at 216 North Main Street or call us at 391-1136. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
We have sunshine throughout the remainder of the week and into the weekend. How about that?
That's very nice.
And wonderful temperatures as well. So we'll start off with today. We'll see a high of 76 degrees. Tonight, we'll see a low of 50. Now, that's downright chilly.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're loving it.
I can't wait.
I know you're loving it. In fact, I had the window open last night, and in the morning, in the wee hours, it was about 5:30, I guess, I heard a barn owl hooting outside of my window. It was pretty close, so that was kind
spooky,
of cool.
Almost, right?
Yeah.
It's not Halloween yet. When's the... Oh.
Yeah. All right, on Thursday, we'll get back to the business at hand here. On Thursday, we'll see sunny skies. That's tomorrow with a high of 78. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low of 56. On Friday, sunny with a high 81. Friday night, clear with a low around 60. Saturday, we'll see a high of 85 degrees. Saturday night, a low of 60. And for Sunday, we'll see a high of 87. And once again, all clear skies, sunny, everything. Your humidity at 77%. That's not too bad. Our winds from the north now around 3 miles per hour. Barometer steady at 30.17 inches. Skies are fair. It's 58 degrees outside. The weather brought to you by Charlotte County with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. All right, let's get to our birthdays and perhaps anniversaries. They're brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, business formations, and collections. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
Love it.
Oh, man, Chris, you got the jazz boat in
Oh,
you.
yeah, we do have the jazz boat. Anyway, let's get to those birthdays and anniversaries for this August 21st.
All right, so we're going to roll into them. First off, I'd like to say we have a very special birthday. Donna Van Cleve today.
Donna.
of Farmville. Yes, very
Oh,
special.
what a lovely lady. And she is such a pleasure to work with as well. She's
Absolutely.
very thoughtful.
Very thoughtful.
And she's very young.
Very energetic too. She's like Patton. Like, you know, she knows how to rally up the troops and like
Absolutely. Amazing person.
got that energy. And we also have Taylor W. Cruz. I'm not sure what the W stands for.
Don't know.
Well, it's a mystery to me. And Brendan Demond.
Demond,
And we have David. This is an anniversary, of course. David and Erica Skinner
Okay.
celebrating today.
All right.
How many years? Does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
No, not at all. Congratulations, you two. Lovely. I'm sure lovely people. I've never met them before, but they have to be lovely.
Well, yeah, that's right. If
Yeah.
There's still madly in love.
That's
and-
right. That's right. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And Chris, I got to say, I think that's it. Just a recap. I always like to do a recap. So
Okay.
you sound some-
All right.
We got Donovan Cleve again, Taylor W. Cruz, Brendan Demond, and David and Erica Skinner. Happy anniversary, guys, and birthday.
All right.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right. For the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson PC on Main Street in Farmville. And of course, we have to let the people know how they can
How
get
they
those
can
things
get them
to
in.
us, of course.
Please, if you want to send them in, you can email those to birthdays@wflo.net, or you can call up right now. 434-394-0924 is the call number, and we'll go ahead and, take them there too,
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we also had, Derek Stamey's wife birthday tomorrow. So
That's right.
very
Yeah.
exciting. That's a
Got that on
very,
my-
very big day.
Yeah, got that on my list of things to put on the birthday
Mm-hmm.
list. All right. It's Wednesday.
It is Chris, it's Wednesday. I can't argue with that.
I know, and it's cool outside, and that's where the frogs go.
Oh, yes.
right
of
into my
course.
throat.
So you
Anyway,
had a barn owl.
barn owl, yes.
Have you ever thought about keeping an owl as a pet? Like
No,
little bird? You do have birds, though, right?
I do. Yeah, I
Okay.
do. I have a Java mustache parakeet,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a Latino cockatiel, and they're old. I've had them for like 22, 25 years. Yeah,
Wow.
and they haven't slowed down a bit.
That's amazing.
Anyway,
That's amazing.
yeah. Well,
Very nice.
you do what you have to do.
That's right,
to
that's right.
keep them healthy and everything, and so.
I watch some occasionally if I want to see something like nice and heartwarming. I'll like look up some owl video. I've done this like once.
I
Don't
love
judge me.
owls. I
but
do.
like they're so cool. But like somebody said once they were like owls are like, they have the hardware of a bird, but like the software of a cat. Meaning they're just like they kind of act like a cat sometimes. Like when you pet
Oh,
them,
but
very.
they are amazing hunters.
They are incredible,
Yeah.
spooky too. They're just perched up in a tree somewhere and just watching,
Yeah.
waiting around
yeah.
till like a little snail comes by. They don't probably do they hunt snails? I don't know. Might be too small for an owl, right?
Yeah, I think they probably like mice and
Oh, yeah.
moles and voles and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little dirt creatures, creatures of the dirt. And,
Creatures of the night.
oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right, we've got our recipe,
Oh goodness,
and
Chris.
I didn't tell you what it was.
This is one of the first times that I'm totally surprised hearing it. So lay it on me, Chris.
Chinese pork chops.
All right. Yes. More of that, please. That sounds amazing.
Okay. This, of course, is from my All Recipes website.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy. And it's a mixture of soy, ginger, brown sugar, and garlic.
Where's the sesame seeds? Is there
Sesame seeds.
No sesame seeds?
Well, here we go again. You can add sesame
Okay, oh,
seeds, I
come
guess,
on,
if you
Chris.
want to.
If
But
not-
anyway, here we
okay,
go.
okay.
All right, here this is what you need. 6 boneless pork chops, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You need a half a cup of soy sauce,
Mm-hmm.
a fourth of a cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice,
Mm-hmm.
1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, a half a teaspoon of ground ginger, and an eighth of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay? So main thing you do is gather all of your ingredients together, so it makes it nice and easy.
Mm-hmm.
You pierce the pork chops on both sides with a fork. Whisk the soy sauce, brown sugar, lemon juice, oil, ginger, and garlic powder together in a bowl.
Yes.
You reserve about a fourth of a cup of the marinade for basting. So, and you pour the remaining marinade into a reusable plastic bag. Add the pork chops to the bag and coat with marinade. Squeeze out any excess air and seal the bag. Marinate in the refrigerator for 6 to 8 hours. So you can basically make this ahead of time.
Yeah.
All right, when ready to cook, preheat an outdoor grill for high heat and lightly oil the grate. Remove the pork chops from the marinade and shake off any of the excess. Discard the remaining marinade. Cook the pork chops on the preheated grill, basting often with the reserved marinade until no longer pink in the center for 6 to 8 minutes on each side. An instant read thermometer inserted into the center should read about 145 degrees. And then you serve and enjoy. Maybe do with rice or, some kind of noodle or pasta dish.
Ooh, Asian noodle, little peas in there.
Yeah, or you could do sort of like asparagus. That might be where your sesame seeds could come from. Do a little something like that with your asparagus. Anyway, there it is.
Yeah.
And it sounds delicious. And I think I'm going to try it.
Yeah, you should. That sounds. I would be curious. I wish there was like a kitchen set up in here so we could do like live recipe.
Wouldn't
reaction.
that be fun?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't know whether
get a
John
little,
and Donna would agree
like a
with
Foreman
that.
grill or something. What was that, like Coleman camping grill with the propane bottle hooked up to it? Might be a little dangerous inside.
It might be a little bit, yeah.
But,
okay.
What's life without a little danger when cooking? Like that's.
All right. Well, we're going to post this.
Yes, we are.
And I like Chinese food.
Me too. I it's like one of those. I was going to say guilty pleasure, but it's a total pleasure. I mean, guilt free. Well, I mean, when I order Chinese food takeout, and the thing is, I can't replicate it at home. Because like I'll like see recipes. I'm not saying that one, but like other recipes where it's like, oh, make Asian noodles. I'm like, ooh, that sounds nice. Every time I make it though, it's nothing close to what I get when I order Chinese takeout. It's those grills that they use there are so seasoned.
Yes,
like
yes.
they've been using them thousands of years. I don't know.
We're
I don't
going to
know.
go back to the Ming
but-
Dynasty. No, that's China.
those grill, those like pans and the the woks are like passed down from family to family with the seasonings. Like you put anything, you put a potato in one of those woks and you get a Asian potato. It's amazing. It's like, wow, that's a pop of flavor.
I have a wok and I've hardly ever used it.
There you go. That's why it's not. It's not seasoned. You got to season it with whatever ingredients. And
Well, the reason I never used it was because Francis didn't like Chinese food or Japanese food
wow.
or Asian food.
I mean, people will say that, but like things like even Indian food. I love Indian food. I mean, I would probably, if I was really desperate and it was like, hey, sacrifice a finger or no more, Indian food for the rest of your life, I would probably sacrifice that finger. I mean, I just love it. So the flavors, it's intense. The cumin and the greenish seasonings. I don't know where I was going with this. I don't, but
okay.
I will say, those foods like foods like Chinese food. It's just it hits such a spot that nothing else can like quench really.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Incredible. But yeah, you got to let me know how that turns out.
Yeah, I
You
will.
got to season your wok. Come on,
I
Chris.
will.
Season the
I'll
wok. What are you doing?
I'll do that. Anyway. Okay. Well, we've got our celebrity birthdays.
We do.
And
Very
coming
excited
up. So,
too.
and also the lines are open if anybody wishes to participate in the show.
Yeah.
It's 434-394-0924.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Famous birthdays. Actress Kim Cattrall.
Okay.
She turns 68 today, and she has a star on Canada's Walk of Fame. So that's pretty good for her. She looks good. No, she was in Sex and the City on that series and in the movie as well, I guess. Actress Carrie Ann Moss turns 54. She's married to Stephen Roy. She's been married to him since 1999. Okay, actress Alicia Witt, 49. And let's see, her mother used to hold a Guinness World Record for, I don't know. That's not going to tell me. At least not on this one, this picture. Let's see, who else is celebrating? Casey Musgraves, the country singer, is 36 today. Let's see, actress Hayden Panettiere is 35. I've seen her before. Some other birthdays. Guitarist James Burton with Elvis Presley.
Yes, of course.
85 today. Singer Jackie DeShannon is 83. We have actor Patty McCormick from Frost Nixon and the Ropers, who is 79. Singer Carl Jimenez of the Buckinghams is 77. Actor Loretta Devine of Boston Public, 75. Newsman Harry Smith is 73 today. Singer Glenn Hughes of Deep Purple and Black Sabbath is 72. Guitarist Nick Kane of the Mavericks is 70 today. Actor Cleo King of Mike and Molly, 62. Let's see. Musician Liam Howlett of Prodigy is 53. Singer Chef Kellis is 45. And let's see. Brody Jenner of The Hills is 41. Singer Melissa Schumann of Dream is 40. And comedian Brooks Wheelan of Saturday Night Live is 38 years old today.
Okay.
So.
A lot of good birthdays.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And let's see who I was thinking about. Nothing. It was just something that flew past my brain. I'm a little distracted today.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
A little distracted today.
That is weird that they didn't show what the mother won a Guinness World Record for. Do you think that would be something they would put in? Yeah.
Well, I would think so, but I don't know for sure. Anyway.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Our time is let's see, 8:45 on this 21st day of August. And for those of you who know that Francis passed a year ago today, and just wanted to say it's been a roller coaster year, and it's been tough. But I've had family and friends, and my bridge friends, my tennis friends, my mahjong friends, my family, WFLO, you guys. So it's all been, they've made it easier. Yeah. But anyway.
It's great to, you have those emotional, support, groups and stuff. Just, somebody there, just, that has your back. And, that's super important. Yeah. Glad the tennis, what were you guys called again? The tennis baddies?
The tennis divas.
Chris.
Yeah, we're still going.
That's
still
amazing.
Going, yep.
Yeah.
Let's take a caller here. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
I pray for you every single morning.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it a whole lot. He was a great man.
You aren't kidding.
Yeah.
And I think he and Gene got WGOD going really strong up there.
I think so as well. Yep, they were good buddies. They really were.
You aren't kidding.
All right.
No two in the world like them.
No, absolutely not.
And I got a couple of things. Every now and then, when you're given recipes, think about those of us out here that are suffering from alpha-gal.
Oh, are you suffering from that?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yes. It's been almost a year, and it's something else to deal with.
Now, is it dairy or meat or what for you?
Well, I had the whole blood work gamut run, and beef is the main culprit. Mm-hmm. Of course, mammalian meat, but I can have chicken and fish. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of spices that I can't have, which makes it difficult. With after a while, you get tired of chicken and fish.
Can you eat turkey?
Yes. Anything that flies or swims, you can have. But it's amazing how much I have learned about the disease. Like sometimes cosmetics have things in them that can cause problems. Ooh. And yes, it's just toothpaste, different ingredients in toothpaste. Mm-hmm. But with your recipes, often there are things that you mentioned that are in them that I can't have, and others too, I'm sure. Well, so I was just saying, maybe once in blue moon you might.
Of course.
Or what was that kind of moon we had lately?
Super moon.
It was bright.
Yeah.
Anyway, consider that.
Sure.
In the other thing, which is driving me crazy, and I can remember Francis talking about it, and it's a problem with squirrels. What did y'all do to get rid of the squirrels so they wouldn't damage your log home?
Well,
I mean, they are eating the base of the posts that support my carport. They are eating around the threshold of the front door and the wooden inset. And I have tried repellents. I have tried mothballs. I've tried insect killers. I've even put bricks and stones, and they eat around them.
Mm. Well,
any suggestions?
Well, we trapped ours. We trapped them and sent them over to Ben Johnson's house.
Oh my goodness! I know he loved you.
Ben and Francis are cousins, and and a little while after that, Ben kept saying, "All of a sudden, we've got this squirrel problem," and Francis and I would look at each other and just let Ben vent a little bit. But anyway, Iggy helped a dog, a pet, anything like that. She actually caught a squirrel the other day.
Oh my goodness!
It was I was taking her for a run, and there were no trees around. She saw that squirrel, and man, she went for it. She's quick, and she did kill it, and she was very proud of that squirrel for a few days. Yes.
Anytime that I'm at work, you're welcome to bring Iggy by. I mean, I go out there and start yelling at them because, one just makes a home on my front stoop. And I will tell you honestly, Chris, one of my neighbors came over one time and said, "What is wrong? We can hear you yelling." I said, it's between the squirrels and the moles.
Oh yeah. Oh, Iggy does well with moles as well. I mean, she'll dig them up. She'll dig them up for you.
I would love for Iggy to have a visit at my place. You know where I am.
I know where you are. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just.
Well, they will eat through anything. Squirrels. They'll even eat through corrugated metal.
Wow.
And that I know my stepson Camden has a problem with squirrels where he is, and he put up this mesh of corrugated metal, and they ate through that. So
I don't doubt it. I do not doubt it.
And I don't know why they're becoming so,
aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah.
Well, my cousin said if you feed them they'll stay away from eating things you don't want them to eat. But I'm afraid it's going to attract more of them.
Well, not only that, it's going to attract probably some other varmints as well, and you don't want that. Yeah, you don't want that. I don't know. I have no idea.
It's really bad this year. Really bad.
Yeah.
Because I've got a brick protecting an area that they dug into at the bottom of my wooden inset at the front door, and they've just eaten around the brick.
Well, you
can see little slivers of paint on the flooring out there. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. They have lots of remedies for stuff like that. I don't know whether it's citrus or something. Maybe that's for mice. I'm not sure, but anyway, I know. I have no idea. Just get out there with a gun and shoot them.
Well, when you're living in
you can't
town,
do that though. You can't do that. That's right. That's against the law.
Anyway,
so just try trapping them. Trapping them.
You know, I think other people would be better at doing that for me. I do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that you're supposed to do that either. I'm not sure about that. But anyway. And Mr. Noah.
Betty, I know what you're going to say. I know where
I wondered if you had heard. Oh, mercy. I can't say that meeting was totally pleasant for either one of us, but it was certainly a surprise that we had a mutual friend.
Yeah, I know. That is really crazy. I'm glad. I hope she treated you well. And
she took very good care of me. I
know she would. Yep. That's
and
great.
I think I wore her out because she told me she went home and went to bed.
Okay, I'm not into this story, but I'm certainly going to get into
investigate.
it.
Yeah.
Chris, I had a dental cleaning by a nice dental hygienist.
Oh, okay.
That is very much into Noah. And we were just chatting, and I don't know how we got to it, but I mentioned that Jean had been a voice of WFLO, but had passed in 2000, and she said, "Oh, my fiancé works there," and I said, "What is his name?" And she said, "Noah Massage," and I said, "I know him well, even though I have never met him. But when you see him tonight, you tell him that the bad Mama Jamma says hello."
She did, by the way, Betty. I want to let you know she did.
Really?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, that made my experience even more pleasant.
Glad to hear. Glad to hear.
Yeah, well, Noah's voice is just as pleasant as his looks. I'm going to tell you that.
Oh, goodness, Chris.
Well, I will admit
you butter me up
this,
too much.
And I should not say this because it might get her in trouble. But I said, "Do you by any chance have a picture of him?" All she had was pictures of the cats. I said, "I'll go online. I think there was more." She said, "Yeah, I think so too."
Oh, that's so funny.
But I laughed when she showed me all the pictures of the cats. I said, "I am a cat person." But I said, "I would have thought you might have had one picture of Noah." We laughed. We had a pleasant ending to my experience there.
Well, that sounds great, but fiancé was what startled me there, because I haven't heard anything about that. He's just kind of shrugging his shoulders.
I got that right, isn't it, Noah?
Well, we're not engaged, but we're in a very serious relationship, so you might as well say fiancé.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You guys were not impressed by that. You were like, all right.
Okay. Shucks.
I'm going to have him in trouble big time.
Oh, no.
And I hope she's feeling better now.
Oh, she is. Yep, she is.
Good. Okay, well, I'm not a first-time caller, but I've taken as much time as first-time caller usually does.
That's all right. That's all right.
Okay.
All right,
Y'all
then.
have a wonderful day.
You
Thank
too,
you very
Betty.
much.
Great to hear from you.
Take care.
Mhm.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Went through that. We've got 8:57, a few more minutes left to go on the Call Flow radio show.
I'd say we have enough time for like one more caller. I wonder if first-time caller is listening.
You
somewhere.
mean?
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, that guy with the speaking of peppers, Chris, I made. Okay, so he gave us all a lot of peppers, jalapeno peppers, habanero, which goes amazing with eggs. I love a habanero, and then of course the hellish ghost,
Yeah, the Carolina Reaper.
Carolina Reaper peppers, but. And also, I offered it around. I hope I offered it to you. I thought I did.
No, you didn't. That's okay.
Oh, Chris, no.
No, that's no. That's okay.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I tried. I was just kind of being like anybody, and then John Van Clee was like, "Oh no." He was like, "I don't know." No, literally just like, it was like, nah. And so I was like, okay. And then like John definitely is not going to be DJ John, but I want to say I did also offer it to him. Anyways, I came home and I was like, I got all these jalapeno peppers. I got to figure something out. And then I was reminded with, first time caller's wife was like, yeah, we just made some jalapeno poppers. And I was like, amazing. So I went to the store.
What are jalapeno poppers?
Cut them in half, right? And go to the store. First, cut them in half. Then you drive to the store. See, I have everything. Like this is how I cook,
You
Chris.
start
This is
and then
me.
think, oh my gosh, I got to stop everything and go
exactly.
to the store.
I have just jalapenos everywhere, scattered in the kitchen. My cat Jeff is knocking them down. It's a mess. And so, anyways, went to the store, picked up like a pack of cream cheese, pack of cheddar. And you mix it together with a little garlic powder, just in a bowl. You get this nice cream cheesiness, garlicky,
spread.
Yeah, spread.
Thing.
And you go ahead and start filling the peppers with it, right?
Ooh.
And so it's like, spicy. But the thing is, throwing it in the oven does cook out a lot of the spice. So it's not really super hot, but you get a little zhuzh, a little kick with it. So I did that, and bacon was optional. I bought a pack of bacon with the intent to use it on the peppers, but I ended up being like, I don't need bacon. I just want the pepper with the cream cheese. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And so I did, and I made like, I don't know, a couple of dozen of these babies. There was a lot of peppers. And so I'm like, hey, Katie, do you want some peppers? And the thing is, she was not feeling well. She was kind of sick. She was like, so she had like 2. And so I'm like, wow, I got like 35 left. And so I just ate like a lot of them and then saved the rest. And then, Katie's been eating some more. She got sick over the weekend. She started feeling better though. So, we've been just kind of popping them as you do, called poppers for a reason. Anyways, but that's all I got to say.
Okay.
About that.
That's all we have time for.
Okay. Well, sorry to take
That's
up all the
okay.
time.
Don't worry about it. It's been a great Call Flow show. And guess what we can do?
We
can do it all over
goodness.
again tomorrow.
Yes.
All right?
Okay. Sounds great,
Okay,
Chris.
sounds great. Everybody have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Take care.